where you been and where you going. This is Ari's travel show, yeah. We're gonna talk about travel today. It's You Be Trippin, yeah.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to You Be Trippin. It's a travel podcast. We go to a different country every week. It's the only podcast in America that has featured three different members of Tires. Maybe two. Pope's not on yet. We'll eventually feature three different members of Tires. I have Kyla on here, but she's been to literally nowhere outside. I went to Wildwood once. Does that count?
Yeah. She could probably make Philly sound like Bolivia.
Yeah.
Got enough stores just South Philly.
You know, this guy wanted a tip after a restaurant. I'm like, Kyla, that's normal. Like, oh, what? I guess I'm wrong. He's always willing to come up.
Fuck you. Yeah.
I saw her at Shane's after party for SNL. She's just sitting by herself. And I'm like, how you doing? She's like, good. And then I walked and came back. She was like asleep. And I'm like, she ain't going to be here long.
That's a nice. Normally it just flips into gremlin mode.
For Kyle?
Oh, yeah. She's the sweetest person on earth. And then all of a sudden she's like, fucking piece of shit.
She will go angry to defend her friend. It's like the aggressive friendliness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She rules.
Or if you're not paying attention for, like, she's talking and you're not paying attention for 1 second, she can snap at you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, well, fuck me then.
Why didn't you get me? I was at Shane's. Like, first of all, I don't know you're staying at Shane's.
Yeah, I was ordering you a drink. Yeah.
You're busy puking in the toilet and not fucking flushing it.
Dude, I was the only one who held it down.
But that was wild. The 999. You, me, and Colin.
Yeah. It was so fun. It was
hard.
hard.
So fucking fun.
It was so like exciting. It was just a regular season game, and all of a sudden it's like a playoff game.
It was a playoff game. It was a playoff vibe in there. It was interleague, so it didn't really matter even for bragging rights.
And I put all those hot dogs down. I was like, I'm gonna coast.
You went so hard on the dogs so fast. It was a strategy for sure.
Yeah. I knew once if I delayed on that at all, that could be a real problem. That's what I thought. I was like, if I was slowly eating the dogs,
because then it's like every bite is filling up. What you need some to be on the way.
I wanted, get in there before the devil knows you're dead, kind of thing.
This is what happens whenever I drink with DeRosa. He'll be like, let's do a shot or two. And they're like, okay. You're like, I'm fine. You're like, oh, no, in 25 minutes, I am going to throw up.
Yeah. I've made that mistake countless times.
The 999 was one of the most epic.
It was, because it went into extra innings.
We needed it.
I needed the 10.
And we got up there too, like, game hasn't started yet. I'm like, we're starting. We're not going to sit here not drinking and eating while we're waiting for fucking the opening pitch.
Dude, I wouldn't have been able to handle the stress.
We needed 10.
Yeah, we needed 10.
Because it's a faster game now.
Dude.
Did you see Aaron Judge's look when we told him what we were doing?
No.
Because I met him as a schoolgirl, so I didn't know how to.
I was looking at his knees.
He's so big. And then it was like Shane's talking to him. I'm like, do you know each other? He goes, no, he just recognized me.
Yeah. Just hand me.
And he goes, so he's like, oh, hey. And then he sees all of us like this. And he goes, oh, here's Art. He knows I'm a Yankee fan. He goes, Ari Shaffir. He's like, he wants to suck your dick. I'm like, Shane, shut up, dude.
It's the one moment you're like, it's not funny, man.
It's not funny. It's serious.
He's my hero.
But then he goes, I didn't know what to say. I'm like, we're doing the 999.
Yeah. This will bring it back around.
We told him, he goes, oh yeah, I think maybe I heard of that.
Yeah. It's funny in those moments you think they're going to think it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He should have. I was
it's
actually
like,
disappointed.
We're playing 2 today. Yeah. We're not so different, you and I.
You passed out I have so many pictures of this. You were done. You were done on dogs.
Yeah.
But you thought no problem with the beers.
I just thought the beers could go around the dogs.
Right. Fill in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was the only time in my life where I was pissed that there was ice cold beers.
You wanted them warm?
Warm. A warm beer would get down. As soon as the cold beer hit the hot dogs, it was
frozen the dog. It hardened the dogs in your stomach.
Yeah, it was a problem. Just the ice cold carbonation.
Oh no, I can do it. It's all right. I like playing with it. I'm gonna play with it regardless.
Yeah. It's a nervous tick.
Yeah. Yeah, it ruled. It was so fun. And then we drank more later. We all kind of regrouped and went back to Xfinity and we're like, no, let's have a couple.
Yeah. Once
and then we ordered takeout later that night. After we got done at Shane's,
Yeah.
we went back with, I mean, I should have
That's
been
when it
hanging out
came
with
up.
H. Hey, what?
That's when it came up.
Well, I smoked a cigarette, and then that was a problem. I went out on his balcony, and I smoked a cigarette, which is always a mistake.
Damn, I thought that would help. Yeah.
That's
Calm
only
things
the
down.
food, but not the booze. The booze and cigarettes.
Yeah, spins.
All right, where are we going today? What do you want to talk about?
I lived in Switzerland for a while. I worked for an oil tanker brokerage between my junior and senior year of college.
How did I not know this?
Yeah. Yeah,
You lived there? You took a year off?
Yeah, I the end of my junior year, I was like losing my mind because I was really like falling apart because I'd pretty much built my entire life around playing lacrosse.
You were a lacrosse guy?
Yeah,
Why didn't you go to Maryland?
wasn't good enough.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was alluding to.
I was not good enough.
I can't imagine many other schools where the lacrosse players like, get out of my way, nerd.
Oh yeah,
And
that
like-
and like Johns Hopkins.
John Hopkins,
Yeah,
right nearby
Duke.
each other.
Yeah.
And Syracuse, and I forget what else. There wasn't many like. It's always 5 or 6 schools that are like the best.
Syracuse, Maryland, Princeton,
Princeton, yeah,
Hopkins were,
Lax.
the beasts. Yeah. But yeah, I was like getting to the end of my junior year, and I was like, I got one more year of this left. This has not panned out. I'm like not that good.
What are you gonna go pro? Make 38 grand a year?
Exactly. And I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do with my life? I'm too much of a pussy to do stand up.
Oh, you would think about it already?
Oh yeah, yeah. But I was just like, I don't know how to do that, and I don't have the balls to do it. And I would like write stand up and just not do it. And
Yeah.
And I was just facing down, like I was like, I'm just gonna get. I looked at all like my brother was older than me, and I looked at all the like guys he had graduated with, and they just went into like regular business world, and I was like, I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna like.
People don't understand this
fucking
now.
kill myself.
Stand up is so popular.
Yeah,
It was like, you can't do that.
there was nobody was doing it.
I told people I was moving to LA. It was for stand up and for maybe screenwriting. I took some screenwriting classes. I just said screenwriting.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, all right, you've at least taken classes. The thought of you could be there's like 10 in the world.
Yeah. What do you walk into the Comedy Store and just
Get a job.
do what? Yeah.
That's what I did actually. I worked the phones.
I know,
Like, I want to be a comedian. Like, no, but there's other things you can do.
It feels like one of those stories you'd run it like, in the panic years of like, I don't know how you'd even start asking someone to be like, no, I just walked in the Comedy Store and
Got a job.
did
Like
an
work in the
open
mailroom,
mic
work your
and-
way up.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, I guess you can just go meet people.
That's so weird. But anyway, so then you were like, I'm sick of this.
Yeah, I freaked out. I was like, I gotta do something. I'm taking a year off. I called my coach and I was like, I need to take a year off. And he was like, yeah.
What'd you tell him? I don't want your laugh.
And I was like, I'll be back, but I can't. I'm losing my mind. He's like, I know.
He's like, you're not even a starter. It's fine.
Yeah. I wasn't that bad. I was all right, dude. I was in the rotation.
Yeah.
I was in the rotation.
You have
I
any
was-
highlight videos of you playing lacrosse?
Yeah.
Dude, what?
Yeah. Yeah,
Show me
I
one.
think there's a YouTube video of me scoring a goal. It's not
No.
very sexy, but yeah. Against Virginia, baby. Yeah.
Where'd you
I was-
play?
Drexel in Philly. We were all right. My
No
senior year, we were
fucking
top
way.
10.
What an asshole that guy is. What a get out of here. Who invited this guy to the
Yeah.
party? Your chin is big.
Yeah.
Well, another one doesn't know how to fucking take a picture.
No,
Upload a
you
full
gotta-
picture.
It's a sports photo. You try to make your neck look as big as possible.
Golly.
Yeah, man.
The win. Snow goal. Is that you?
No.
Photo shoot.
No,
Oh.
none of these are it. I think you'd have to look up like UVA Drexel 2000 something.
Charlie O'Connor. Oh, he's the better O'Connor.
Yeah,
All right,
there's a
well,
lot
it's
of
not
better
there.
O'Connors.
So you're like, I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah, and then I remember I played in a lacrosse tournament before I left. Got in a fight. Got the shit kicked out of me. The next day, I had to fly to Switzerland.
You already got the job?
Yeah, I got the job I got through my uncle. My uncle was like in the oil business, and they were like, it was a time when they were opening up, like Geneva was going to become this like oil trading like hub.
Okay.
So every oil tanker business, I was like, they were trading company, brokers. They were all opening up little shops in Geneva. No, it's for Switzerland, man. It's in the middle of Europe. Yeah.
Okay.
So it was a shop of like 6 guys over there, and they needed like basically an intern. And so he got me the gig.
Hey, everybody. Let me break in really quickly to tell you a little about the guest, Chris O'Connor. He's a hilarious stand-up comic. He's on Tires, which has just come out. Please, everybody, watch Tires with starring Chris O'Connor and supported by Shane Gillis. Yeah, that's it. It's Chris O'Connor project that Shane Gillis is on. He's also a friend of mine. Chris launched a television series called Tires. He wanted to make it Fires, but the network pushed back and said that's going to make kids light up homes. So he changed it because he has no moral standing. He has no moral like code. So he's like, sure, whatever you want, I'll just get it on. And Chris pitched this show, and it became Tires. And then he looked out for his buddy Shane Gillis and got him on it as well. Tires, streaming on Netflix right now. Chris is also on the road. He's in Helium, St. Louis, July 15th. Cap City in Austin, Texas, July 22nd, 23rd. And The Stand in New York at Love Caddies on the 28th. All tickets are available at chrisoconnor.com. chrisoconnor.com/dates. Can you show that on the screen? Chris O'Connor, that's legitimately his site. Well, if you go to his site, you also can see that he's opening for Santino and Shane Gillis, which it tracks when you have why? Who's going to find that, Chris? Who's going to find that fucking website? Chris O'Connor? Is there... Maybe, actually, it's a pretty commoner name. Maybe there's another one. Guys, I'm getting too involved in this, and I apologize. Myself, I've got some dates. I'm in Anchorage, Alaska on June 18th, and I'm in Charlestown, West Virginia on July 12th at the Hollywood Casino. Get tickets at arrivederci.com. Also get merch. My Go For A Hike shirt is available right now that I'm wearing right here. And grinders, vinyls, all sorts of stuff. Please subscribe also wherever you're listening. And that's it. Let's get back to the episode.
I went over there. I landed on I landed on a Friday morning.
Yeah.
Landed. The kid who was working there before me was like, I got 2 tickets to Munich on the train. We're leaving right now.
You landed in Switzerland?
I landed in Switzerland at 7 a.m, dropped my bags off at the apartment, which was like this shitty, weird, communist building. It was very dark and a place I'd never seen before. But I was there for 1 second, dropped my bags off, get on a train to Munich where the World Cup was happening. It was like the finals of
2008?
2006.
2006. Is that when no.
Germany World Cup.
Brazil, Germany won in Brazil.
No,
that was later.
2006 was Zinedine Zidane headbutting the Italian guy. Right. I don't know if you remember that. Italy beat France to win it all. Zinedine Zidane, well, yeah. He lost his mind. Some guy said he fucked his sister, and in the which is just not that bad. yeah.
It's I never met your sister, bro. It's obvious.
In the 80th minute, he just headbutted him and got red card out.
That guy's not flopping. His feet are off the ground. Dude, he is not flopping.
He hits him hard.
In the final game of the year? No,
yes, this was the final. This was the final.
And
it was a tie game.
No.
Yes. He headbutts him.
Wow. I want to see this. I fucked your sister. Right there, I fucked your sister. Oh, in the chest.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was in extra time.
What do you think Rachel Bonetta is doing right now? She wanted to be a broadcaster, right? Can you guys look up Rachel Bonetta and see what the fuck I bet she's a mom or something.
Sleeping in.
Yeah, let's try to find... Come back to me when you found her. But let's keep talking for a second. Oh, maybe she's still... Wow, Bonetta with the 33 years old. She looks great.
She's a comedian.
No.
Yeah, just Canadian comedian.
What? Wow.
You got to have her on the show.
Rachel, whatever you want. Yeah, Bonetta Apple Bum. I got to put you on.
Soccer clips for us.
Wow. I mean, wait, go back down. Wow, look at that. That's what I wanted to see. No, it's all right. Yeah. Jesus, who the fuck are these? Who said attractive people can do comedy? What? That was never the deal. It was supposed to be you and me.
No, now it's hot people. They can make a lot of
fucking
money.
Dane fucked it up for everybody.
Dane Cook?
Yeah, he was like, no, we'll make this cool. And then he brought a bunch of like Dalias in and people like that, and all the next group of people, like, they're all cool.
Yeah.
And not this fucking bitch.
How did she
With
get
her
her
fucking
start
winning
in comedy?
smile.
Did she walk into the comedy store and
Well, it'll be yucks. Anyway, she might not be a stand-up comedian. There's not a single picture of her with a microphone.
I bet she is.
No way. No way.
Go to YouTube.
They would have been improv.
She's at the Improv.
Right there. What's that? Wow. Which improv is she at? Oh, it's just in general. True multi-hyphenate actor hosting. All right, I'm done with her. Let's go. Let's go back to Switzerland. First of all, what a cool way to...
safer in Switzerland than
what a
all
cool
that.
way to land. And immediately he's like, you're partying. We're doing this.
Yes.
You're in the system. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's
And it's
not
like,
wait
dude,
for
I've
2
never
days.
been to Europe before. I have no idea what the fuck's going on. I literally put my bags down in this place. We walk to the train station. He's doing like snooze and stuff and like
Nice.
Yeah. It's like I don't even know what that is. He's snorting tobacco. I was like, what the fuck is going on? We get the train ride's like 8 hours long.
Yeah.
We get there.
You get tickets for the World Cup?
No,
You're just going to go party
We're
at
just
bars?
going to go party in Munich. We get to Munich. Get off. It's like, again, it's like Germany is inconceivable. 12 hours, like, or I guess 24 hours before I was in New York. And it's like I've never left New York. Yeah. We start walking around town. There's a college, like a beautiful old German college that the entire interior of is just different parties. Like clubs, it's dark, lights are just flashing everywhere you go. So we party in that for a while. I wind up meeting some like Brazilian girl.
What do you mean?
Yes, I don't know. She was just there.
No, what do you mean meeting?
I literally just met her. I didn't hook up with her or anything. But I went back to her hostel, stayed in the hostel she was staying at, and she was like, I'm getting up at 5 a.m. I'm taking this train to some castle. I'm gonna go see a castle. And I was like, all right, I'll go do that.
The power a woman has.
Yeah.
To be like, I'll find someone.
This will work out. This weekend it'll work out. 3 a.m. We get back, go to sleep, get up, get on a train. We take a train to a bus, and we get off in this little village. There's like fog. There's like clouds like covering just this road up into the mountains. And as we're walking up the road, the cloud starts to clear, and it's like the Neuschwanstein Castle or whatever. It's like the castle that the Disney castle is modeled after.
This is in Munich?
I think it's in Austria. It's like on the border of Germany and Austria, maybe.
They're going to have such a
I literally
tough
had
time to
no
spell
idea where I was going the
just like,
entire
fuck
time.
it.
I was just like, all right. And then they were
Dude,
like, then
it's
we
so
get on
fucking
this
cool
bus.
to be 21.
Yeah.
And just like, all right, I'll go with you somewhere.
Yeah.
What a life.
Yeah.
This
What's
is
the
it?
worst that could happen? Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Inspiration for Cinderella Castle. Damn.
Yeah. Dude,
Were there
it was,
Wow. So you went just to go to that?
yeah.
Damn. Look at those mountains.
Dude, it was incredible. We just walked around this castle.
I'm sorry.
Then I met these two other guys.
Yeah. Those you hooked up with.
Those two guys I fucked multiple times.
Yeah. You familiar with Human Centipede?
I told you I was in a dark place.
Okay.
Then, we went. Then we just wound up like, it's like I got all the way there and got to go around the castle while still drunk from the night before, and then like the hangover set in, and we had like a 4-hour bus/train ride back to Munich. Yeah, horrific. Get back to Munich. Immediately go to a beer garden where the
It's just so cool.
yeah, where I saw like it was also one of these things where it's like there was a dude. I remember there was a dude from like Australia that I met, and he just gave tours.
What do you mean?
Like he would just give tours to like young hot girls and fuck them. And I just remember being like, I didn't know this was a job. Like, I didn't, you know what I mean? Like you just walk to a hostel and go, I'm the tour guide.
Who wants to do a tour?
Yeah,
And then talk to him along the way?
Yeah. And then every night just fuck them. It was like, I had so many like,
You're like,
new
don't use your power. He's
experiences.
like, what power? I'm a makeshift tour guide. I have no power.
I just
get off
give
the tour.
tours for the hostel. Yeah. Incredible.
Wow. Dude, beer gardens rule, by the way.
They're
You're just
so
out
great.
there. It's kind of like an
Yeah,
Austin
the big
bar.
beer steins.
Yeah, you're sitting outside,
Yeah.
something to eat, some spätzle.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Whatever's going to help the beer stay down there. It was a little bit
big
of a
fucking
999 challenge. Yeah.
And those fucking fat-titted ladies bringing them out like 7 at a time.
Yeah.
Just holding them like that.
Oh, that's like mistake number one is you try to go like 4 or 6, just immediately dump them.
Ow.
All right, I'll get another round.
Yeah. So then what? So then okay.
This was just straight whirlwind like.
Wow, that's fun.
Yeah, then
Watching the games at bars?
yeah, watch the game at a beer garden. Watch the consolation game like the
You
third
saw the
place
Zidane
game.
headbutt there?
No.
Okay.
No. The Zidane headbutt game was I think Sunday. It was Sunday night. So Saturday night we watched the third place game. Get on the train the next morning at like 8 a.m. to go back to Geneva, like all the way across Switzerland. The buddy that I was traveling with gets off in Zurich. I've only been to the place that I'm supposed to be staying.
Where was it? What city was this?
He got off in Zurich.
Yeah.
I was going to Geneva, which is like they're
he's
on
in
the
Geneva,
opposite
right.
sides of Switzerland.
Okay.
So I get back at like 8 o'clock at night. It's dark. There's no I don't know really where the apartment was. I remember kind of where it was from the 1 second I was there.
Yeah. just dropping your stuff
Friday
off.
morning.
You're not walking backwards out of the place to remember.
Yeah. I have like a rough idea of where I'm going. I wound up walking through just like the red light district in Switzerland, which I was like, didn't know they had one of these.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. But again, I was like, well, whatever. Philly's got to be scarier than this place.
It's got to be the most expensive red light district in the fucking world. Oh, for sure Philly's scarier than that.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of well-dressed dudes. It's Maseratis and well-dressed dudes. Damn. Okay.
It was a nice
Stressful.
landmark because I wound up living right around. I found my
The red light
place.
district?
Yeah.
You a hooker guy?
I was for a little while. Yeah.
Okay.
This actually like, I think this was like, I kind of got scarred.
This is you smoking the whole pack.
No. I only
Now
went.
you fuck every hooker here then. Hey everybody, today's episode of You Be Trippin is brought to you by Cash App. It's the best way to send and transfer money to wherever you're going. Guys, take it for someone who knows about getting money. I was at the convenience store, CVS, and they only had 2 packs of lighters. I only wanted one. I was going to smoke illegal drugs. Actually, not illegal drugs. It's now legal in New York for everybody. And I only want one lighter. And they had 2 pack. The other guy came in. Right, some stranger. He also wanted a lighter. They only had a 2-pack. We go, well, how about I buy it and then we'll each get one? And the guy's like, sure. Right then, Cash Apped me. And down to the cent. We're like, well, we could just round down. He goes, why would you round down? Why would you round up? Just do it. And so he just sends you the money. Perfect. And it was $1.25 in my pocket that I wouldn't have normally had. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but those dollars add up. And that's how you get as rich as I've gotten, by rounding up. For a limited time only, new Cash App users can use our exclusive code to earn some additional cash. For real, there's no cash. There's no catch. Just download Cash App and sign up. Use my exclusive referral code TRIPPIN in your profile. Send $5 to a friend within 14 days, and you'll get $10 dropped right into your account. Terms apply. That's money. That's Cash App. Hi guys, today's episode of You Be Trippin is brought to you by mudwater.com. You ever get the jitters from too much coffee? I know I do. My pinky shakes so much that I'm typing in random A's into all my papers. That's right. I'm going back to college to get my degree. It's a wild tale of just kind of like a romp that we're filming. It's a hidden camera show. And every time I type a paper, I just get all these A's in it because of all this jittery coffee. And then Mudwater came and said, we can fix it. No jitters. It's made with lion's mane, cacao, all sorts of natural ingredients. Don't get the jitters and don't get strung out all day. Drink Mudwater instead. And right now there's an exclusive deal. Up to 43% off your entire order, plus free shipping and a rechargeable frother when you use the code TRIPPIN. That's right, 43% off with code TRIPPIN at mudwtr.com. Guys, don't get the jitters and don't get the come downs. You ever finish like 5 p.m. and you're like, oh, I'm just like lethargic? Mudwater will keep you fresh and excited and mentally stable all day so you can get back to what you really want to do, which is getting revenge against all your friends and get back to blending in with college kids. I'm making a movie about going back to college with no makeup. This, just the hat. That show's not college. This show's college. And Mudwater's, shut up back there. And Mudwater's letting me get into groove. Ready to make the switch to cleaner energy? Head to mudwater.com and grab your starter kit today. Right now, my listeners get an exclusive deal up to 43% off your entire order, plus free shipping and a rechargeable frother when you use the code TRIPPIN. That's right, 43% off with code TRIPPIN at mudwtr.com. After you purchase, I'll ask you how you found them. Please show your support and let them know that I sent you. Keep your energy natural and refreshing all year long with MUD/WTR, because life's too short for anything less than clean, delicious energy.
Well, the problem was eventually when I was working this job, all the dudes that worked at the company that were flying back from Singapore would stop in Geneva and have nothing to do for a day. And the oil business is very, prostitute heavy. So I would have to go out drinking with them. And there was one time where a guy was like, you ever get a hooker? And I was like, no.
You lied to him.
No, I was being serious. He was like, then you're getting one. And I was like, no, I can't.
That's just not as, listen, if I'm that guy and you hit me with that kind of no, that's still a yes.
I don't think I'd really ever been in a strip club up until that point.
It takes money.
Yeah.
In the movies, you just go to one.
Yeah.
But it's actually like, hey, that's like $100 I just blew through.
Yeah. I don't have cash.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was so weird. I remember because...
You got a hooker in Geneva?
Yeah.
What were they like? Are they just well-mannered?
Dude, I didn't even... No, they were rude. It was like... and they were mad. I felt like they were mad that I was there.
What were they mad? Did you bring a Nestle chocolate bar in there?
I don't know. I feel like I didn't know how to operate, you know? Like the guy kept going like, do you like her? And I was like, no.
I mean, I don't really know her.
Yeah. But he would just keep inviting girls up and I'd be like, no. And I think they were getting pissed. And then eventually I was just like, I can't keep saying no to people. This is, And I went in there and it was, it was a disaster. Wow. I remember it was like going to like a hospital. It was like we were just in this room and she had like all of these like gels and like membranes and like just stuff that it was like not anything. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Hold on.
It was like pumping like a fucking like dental dam thing and a condom. It was like crazy. Yeah. And she had this whole like medicine corner of like antiseptic like gels and stuff to like put on and like cover her body. It was like it was a bummer. It really bummed me out.
It's not like in the movies. It's pretty like sterile.
No.
Industry.
No, it was like a really like heavily like government regulated industry. They're like you could feel the hand of the government on it. It was bad. Did
you fuck? Could you get hard?
No.
Yeah. My first hooker. It was
no.
Like, no
which
way.
Pissed her off even more.
Yeah. Why do they get mad about it? Less work for you.
No, it's more work for them. Because they're working away at it for a while. And there was a language barrier. You know what I mean?
You didn't speak the language of love?
Yeah. I was just like, no. Yeah.
I met in Tijuana, my first one. She was like, what'd she say? Oh, I forget how much. How do you say too much? También? No, whatever. But it was
No
like
idea.
It's like mucho cerveza, and I was like, no, but thank you for the out. But no, I'm just incredibly nervous. It's 98 degrees in here, and there's a fucking rubber cover on the sheet on the mattress.
Yeah. Yeah, you went overseas and did it? Like
Only overseas.
over the weird seas.
Well, I went to Tijuana. That's over a bridge, and
right.
then Brazil. That's an over the seas.
Yeah.
Great, best one by far, and then Thailand.
Yeah, I've heard Brazil is the best. I worked with, there were some guys that I met that were actually like guys that like would go around on the tankers. They started off as like ship captains.
Yeah.
And they were always like the ABC club in Rio de Janeiro or something is like the best place on earth.
It's crazy. They stay after you're done. Like, what are you still here for? They're like, well, Brazilian guys can fuck again. So you get the full hour. So I assume you want to fuck. I'm just like kind of talking to her and broken. I'm like, it's odd. Get out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And she's just like, in her head, she's like, this is odd. Why aren't you trying to fuck again?
Did you go? Did you manage to go again?
No, but then the driver was like, did you get a second pop? I'm like, oh, that's why. Because you got to get a second pop. Like, you only get an hour.
Dude, if
I need like 4.
If she had done that, I would have kept handing her money.
Just like,
Being like, do I owe you? Did I not tip enough? When do you leave?
yeah, on the oil money, my friend did he was a chef or something like that. It's just like you make money. And then that brings in hookers, that brings in people that are like, we'll take some of that money.
Yeah. And all these guys really thought they were like rock stars. They like really, really thought they were like the coolest people on earth. Because they weren't the one guy that actually was the man, the guy who owned Lukoil's trading company. Heard of that. Or was like running Lukoil's trading company, was just a dude from South Jersey. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, was the head of like moving all of Russia's oil around. Was just like a dude who was like basically from Philly who loved me. That was a guy I like hung out with the most.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who'd you make friends with then?
Dude, I kind
It's a year you were there.
I was there for like 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah. But I didn't really make any friends.
Oh.
I was like, I like haunted that town. First of all, Geneva is also like kind of like a cold city. It's like such an international city that like you don't really, I don't know. It's not like a friendly place.
Did it like clear out on weekends? Is it people just coming in for trade then leaving? Like Panama City, I've heard is like that.
No, it was like, it would be like kind of busy. It was just like the 1 month it was fun. They had like their like summer festival, which I think I wish every city could do something like this. Literally every bar shut down their actual bar.
Yeah.
And just moved to the water and set back up. And so like along the edge of Lake Geneva was just all these bars, and it was all month. It was sick.
Wow. That's
and
fun.
then it was open just 24 hours, and you would just, they would bring in these like tractor trailers, like just giant tractor trailers, just open them up, and they'd be playing like a different type of music, and you could just dance in front of that, or just move to the next truck. They would just open up the side of it, like along the street. It was like a 3 mile long, just like every truck was a different club.
Wow.
Outside,
cool.
you could just be dancing.
Dude, fucking summertime in those cold places.
Dude, it was the best.
Yeah.
It was the fucking best.
We went to Austria and it was the same. It's just like, let's just get food, sit by the river.
Yeah.
Drink bottles of wine.
And they party nonstop that entire month.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in the end, they had the coolest. It was like the end of the Fête de Genève was the coolest. They had like a 3-hour long like air show with planes just like buzzing the lake, like all different. Like they started from like like World War I planes to like straight up jets, just buzzing the lake. And then when that was done, they had, I swear to God, it was an 1.5 hour long, like grand finale fireworks show. That was like, all the barges were just like,
wow.
Yeah, dude.
All off like boats?
Yeah.
Damn, that's cool.
It was nuts.
Fête de Genève. What do they speak there? French or
they speak
some sort of
French,
Swiss or German?
Italian, German, and English. All their kids learn all 4 languages. in school because
God,
they're
we raise
all
a
like
bunch
right
of
on.
dumb fucks here, don't we?
I know.
Philly can't even speak English. They have like a quarter of one language.
It was really embarrassing. At one point, my dad.
So everyone's on this bridge?
No, it's like that's the bridge across like I think it's probably like the Geneva River or something.
Oh, okay.
But that's like at the very edge of the lake.
Okay.
People are wrapped all the way around.
All the way around the whole
Yeah,
lake?
imagine it's like you're at the end of like a cove.
Yeah.
And people are wrapped all
But
the
Lake
way
Geneva
around.
goes like super wide, right?
Yeah,
Doesn't
yeah,
Lake
yeah.
Geneva go all the way to like Montreux?
Yeah. I went to that too.
Where? Montreux?
I went to Live at Montreux and saw Carlos Santana.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That was That was like the first weekend of my first week down there. So this was the best is when I got back.
They're way into music there in Montreux.
What?
They're way into music there.
Oh yeah. It was nuts. That's where I learned that they like don't know what water is.
What do you mean?
Everyone, if you ask for water, they give you sparkling water. And it drove me fucking insane.
What? Really?
Yeah. I went out with like the guys that I worked with. They were like, we got tickets to Carlos Santana, Montreux. And I was like, yeah, I'm going. Went just dancing my ass off in like my business clothes, like a complete dickhead. And then I fight my way all the way out of the crowd. I'm like waiting in line at the bar. I'm dying of thirst, and I'm just like water. Well, I'm like clearly like I'm dying. Like I'm drenched in sweat. I'm wearing like just like a fucking button down that's soaked, and they handed me like a Perrier. And I didn't realize it. I like cracked it open, started chugging it, and spit it over.
It's so bubbly. Those Perriers are extra bubbly.
And I was like, what the? It drove me nuts. It's like, there's got to be somewhere where this breaks down. If you're in a hospital and someone needs water, you're not giving them fucking Perrier.
Bathing in it.
Yeah.
They're showering in bubble water. Yeah, Montreux rules. That's where Queen did all their stuff. Queen had a recording studio there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And
I know Smoke on
Deep
the
Purple.
Water was,
Yeah.
from that. But yeah, it was sweet.
Damn. So what'd you do every day in Geneva?
I remember I would I would go to work.
Yeah.
There was a little bakery on the way that made these chocolate croissants that were fucking unbelievable. And it was like the highlight of my day. Then I would go to work.
On the way to work, get that.
I would get that and a coffee, and I would sit and just like, it was beautiful because they would have just teams of people come through and pick up all the trash every morning. Like the streets were like spotless.
Wow.
And I would just have a little that and a cup of coffee. Then I would go to work, and my thing was like people would send us ship positions, and I would like enter them into a chart. I just did that all day, answer the phones.
Dude, how cool is it just being in another country, especially when you're young like that?
Yeah.
And then just finding a bakery, not the one to go to, bakery, and sit there. You just like, as you just like drink your coffee, but you're in another place. It's just like a fun new thing.
It was unbelievable. I remember like it was before. I swear to God, I feel like outdoor seating in America was not a thing until like. It
was very. I mean, they did it over COVID, and everyone's like, "This is European.
Yes,
it's very European."
But I remember being like, "Why don't they do this in Philly?"
I mean, you can't. Heroin, man. Heroin just won't allow
Everyone
it.
Would just steal. Yeah, they would just leave all the chairs.
They tried in New York, and people were like, "Do you have any money?" Like, no. Now let me get back to my basmati rice. Like, you're eating fusion food around suffering.
It does make it hard.
They would
to
just
enjoy
stand
the
right
meal.
there and like, I'm allowed to be on the sidewalk, and everyone's like, "Fuck yeah, you really are."
Yeah. You see, if you're on the other side of this little divider, you can't talk.
Excuse me. But the ones I hate was when it's just a table outside. It's not even in a little booth. So you're really people just walking right by you and looking at your food. Like a little spittle can come out of your mouth.
But that was nice in Europe. I mean, in Switzerland, people did. They kept their distance.
Yeah.
They also had those like broad sidewalks. It was like a walking city.
Did you feel cool? Did you tell your friends how cool you were?
No, I was like I said, I was losing my fucking mind.
What do you mean? Just too?
I was just like, I I just felt like, I was like, this trip is nice. All this stuff is very interesting. But like, I go back and I do the thing and then I just go to that life and I'll kill myself eventually.
Damn, dude, that's depressing.
Yeah.
Those are depressing
really,
thoughts.
Dude, I remember I would leave work and there was a little, it was called Co-op. It was like a CVS.
Yeah.
And they would sell.
Oh, yeah, I know those.
Yeah, they would sell like a 12-pack of beer for 6 francs, which I thought was like unbelievable. And I remember I would get one of those, and I remember 2 weeks into me being there, they went half off. So you get a 12-pack for 3 francs. Eventually, I was holding 48 beers. Walking home.
Because you're afraid they're going to take away the deal.
Dude, and I would just walk home to this apartment where I was sleeping on just like a cot. It was like a tiny, tiny little apartment. Sleeping on a cot with my little like tube TV, and you couldn't really get any channels on. It was just French TV.
Yeah.
I had no idea what was going on. And I would just sit there and pound Coupe beer, like CVS brand beer.
This sounds like a terrible time. It doesn't sound like it's rejuvenating at all.
No.
It seems like if you're getting overdone, whatever, it's like, I'm going to go to Costa Rica and do a 6-month yoga retreat. Mm-hmm. This is like leaving Las Vegas.
Yeah.
This is just like drink yourself to death in a small, functional room.
That's exactly what I did. Yeah, just nonstop drinking, showing up hungover.
Hi, guys. Today's episode of You Be Trippin is brought to you by Shopify.com. It's an online sales portal and website to help you build your online presence, and they get you started from the $1 a month sales to $1 million a month, anything in between. I use it for Shaffir.com, where you can buy not only just go for a hike shirt and a Feidelberg shirt. I got 30 of those Feidelberg shirts left. If you want to honor one of the greatest legends of World War II, get a Feidelberg shirt. If you've seen my special and made it to the end, you know what I'm talking about. But also, right now at Shopify.com, they help me build at AriShaffir.com places to barf near you. It's a website geared towards helping you, the public drunk, find a place to barf with no one really coming at you. Whether it's a nearby alley, bushes in your neighborhood, wherever it is, go to AriShaffir.com /places to barf near you. And you can find a place to barf near you. Plus, the website doesn't come with lots of colors or sounds that induce the barfing unless you click on the link, which is like, help me barf right now. And then you help you barf. Guys, it's been a problem for everybody. Every public drunk needs a place to barf, but it's embarrassing, especially if you're around a school or church or anywhere where barfing is looked down upon. You know, sure, if you're on 6th Street in Austin, just go ahead and do it. It actually will brighten up the neighborhood. But anywhere else, it becomes disgusting and you don't want to do it. Go to arishaffir.com /places to barf near you and find a place to barf. And Shopify helped me build that whole site. I've made over $7 million from local drunks. Turn those dreams into, and give them the best shot at success with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/trippin. Go to shopify.com/trippin. That's shopify.com/trippin. Sound effect. Now let's get back to the episode.
I remember I would go try to buy weed.
Yeah. Did they have it then? I mean, legal? Was it legal?
No way. No, it definitely wasn't. I remember I would try to buy it on the street. Every time I would just buy a bag of dirt, and I'd go home and smoke it. I'd smoke it anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I'll still will, but it sucks.
I would just walk by the water, smoking dirt, having a beer. It was nuts. And I had no idea how to make friends.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I didn't think that I could go into a bar and mix it up. I had no, I don't know. I also maybe I felt super insecure and had no ambition to do it. I remember
Did you feel weird that you're an American? No.
Not really.
Okay.
Because everyone in Geneva was it's Saudis, right. It's fucking French people, it's German people, it's Italian people, it's French people. It was all just nobody really spoke the same language. It was a big mess. I don't know. I never really it never really sunk into me.
Do you know the car Audi?
Yeah.
Do you know the S series?
Yeah.
So that's it's owned by Saudis. And
Really?
That's how they did it. Yeah, the Audi S series. It's because they took the S and put it at the end.
Really?
Yeah, sure.
Is that real? Sure.
Could be.
I don't know anything about cars. You can tell me anything about cars.
Yeah, I don't even know if they have an S series, to be honest.
They've got to have. Everyone has an S series.
Yeah, it's by Saudis. Check
Yeah.
out the connection between Audi S series and Saudi Arabia. Yeah, Biden said he wasn't going to allow the S series to come here anymore, and he
I know
reneged on that.
Toyota and Saudi Arabia have a good relationship. I don't know about Audi.
Checks out. More or less checks out.
Yeah. Audi, Saudi Arabia, you get some
That's
deals.
the one. Okay, so then it was an expensive town. I mean, Switzerland in general is expensive as fuck.
They were paying me to work there. So
much
that
you
was
make?
nice. I think I was making I think I was making 1,000 francs a week.
That's a lot.
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was enough. They were the apartment was like for, like it was like a business apartment. Like
So
the
it's for in and out
company
people?
owned it. Yeah. But I was kind of I was the only one there for a while.
What did you do for fun after work or on weekends? Did you fuck any regular people?
No.
No, in 6 months.
No.
That's
No.
sad.
No, I didn't. Dude, I went through some periods in my life of being totally asexual. Where I just was I have no
Desire
to do this.
How long are
Yeah.
these periods?
They'd be 6 month chunks, a year long chunks. Yeah, where I'm just I'm not doing anything with my life. So how would I possibly fuck somebody? You know what I mean?
I'm afraid I don't.
It's I should spend my time trying to do something, achieve something, instead of.
Yeah, the problem is the
Yeah.
reasoning is it's not either or.
In my mind, sometimes it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
In my mind, sometimes it is. It's unless I'm taking steps to do something that's going to improve my life, then the idea of fucking somebody is insane.
And that was then when you were in
Yeah,
Switzerland?
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I remember I bought a guitar.
In Switzerland?
Yeah, I went to a little guitar shop in Switzerland. That was cool. Bought a guitar, tried to learn a guitar.
Could you play?
Yeah, I can play all right.
Can you bring a guitar in for him, please? We have Billy String's guitar. We're going to let you play it.
No way. I
do have one.
I would never disrespect.
We do have one.
Bring it in. Let's see what you can still play. Let's see what you remember. Yeah, bring it in. Thanks, Chad.
You got a pick?
Oh, shut up, dude. Don't be a fucking bitch about it.
All right.
So were you only supposed to be there for 6 months? Did you try the food?
yeah.
Did you do anything?
I remember I would go. I
would.
would go. I went to this I went to this big grocery store and I would get a poulet mayonnaise, which is just like a chicken salad sandwich.
Okay.
That was my
It's
taste. at
cooler
home.
though.
Then I would go. I remember there was the first time I had. I guess it was the shawarma.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I went to. They took me to this place, and I was like, "This
That was
is
exotic.
fucking unbelievable,
It's
yeah.
so good.
I would get the lamb and chicken mixed. It was the only thing I knew how to say in French.
Lamb and chicken mixed. How do you say
Yeah,
it?
it was like poulet et agneau, s'il vous plaît.
Can I tell you a quick story? I was
Yeah.
with Red Band, and then I'll let you play.
Yeah. I'm just gonna be terrible.
No, you're gonna rock it, dude. Oh, hold on. You're gonna fucking.
You're gonna
crush,
rock
bro.
it?
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
So Red Band came to New York, and it was always we all got together with Rogan, and it was
Yeah.
always this place, Mamoun's. You know Mamoun's, but
Yeah.
next to the cellar. But I just knew. I think I went to the cellar once, and it was right next, and it was you got to have this plate. It's so good. I would take cabs, and I couldn't afford it over there just to eat it. Took Red Band. I got a falafel. He goes, "Oh my god, so good." Red Band was half his weight that he is now, so he was 400 back then, and he was so good. Is he still hungry? I'm like, yeah. Let's get a shawarma this time. And we got a shawarma. He took one bite. He goes, "Why the fuck didn't you give me this the first one? It's so good."
Yeah. It's so much better.
Shred.
It was also the only place. I remember I went to.
Covered in denim. Yeah.
It is. This is not Billy String's guitar. Are you serious?
Yeah. He came into the studio. He fucking.
He gave you a denim guitar.
He gave the YMH.
Can you aim the mic kind of at it?
Pretend like you've been there before.
I don't know if it's in tune.
It's in tune. You calling Billy Strings a fucking bad guitarist? I don't know how tune works. Do you need a pick?
Pick would help. I
Can you use my penis? If I gave him my penis to hold, can you strum that?
Penis hole? What can I play for you? I could play... The stuff that I was playing at the time was like... I would just play fucking...
That's pretty good.
I would just play Fly Away.
Get away. Just by yourself?
Yeah.
That's the saddest.
Oh, dude.
This is the saddest podcast I've ever done. I mean, you're learning legit rock songs to no one.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like...
I know this song. Hold on. Is that song?
Yeah.
Who was that? Who was that?
That's
Candlebox?
Stone Temple Pilots.
Stone Temple Pilots. Yeah. Oh, I know this period too. You're playing all the same period songs.
So dark.
You know what? That's not Billy Strings' guitar anymore. I don't want to dishonor it with what you've been doing. It's Santana's guitar. Let me see if I know this one. Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Dude, you're good. You should become a guitar comic.
Just change everything.
Yeah, just play real rock songs. And you're like, no, I'm not good. That's where the humor lies.
That was it. Watching French TV, I didn't understand.
Meeting nobody. Did you take other trips through Europe?
Yeah. I went to... my brother came and visited me. We went to Amsterdam and Barcelona.
Nice. And
Which
did
was awesome.
the obvious shit in Amsterdam.
Did the obvious shit in Amsterdam. Got just fucking super high. That was so fun. I remember being really scared all the time. We went to like the fucking Van Gogh Museum, and I had just pockets full of weed.
Yeah.
And I wasn't used to it being, I started to like panic. We were going through security. I was like dumping it in the trash. My brother was like, what the fuck are you doing?
You just bought this.
Dude, and then, then we went to...
This is how they play guitar in Barcelona.
Yeah. It's, it's like Rodrigo and Gabrielle or whatever.
Yeah. So then you would go to what? Oh, that seems fun too. That Van Gogh Museum is pretty fucking cool.
It was great.
Yeah.
I think the top floor was like closed or something, so we didn't. And we were,
Is that the ear floor? It's just a collection of ears.
Yeah. They got
They did a whole collection. They had Vietnamese soldiers or like American soldiers back from
fix the
Vietnam.
ear.
Yeah, showing their ear necklaces to go along with it.
No, but I remember we went to. My brother was supposed to book a hotel in Barcelona, and we were just stoned out of our minds. He calls like a little hostel in Barcelona and goes, "You guys have any rooms available?" And they go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Great," and just hung up. He didn't book a room. Dude, so we fly to Barcelona. We get there at like 11 o'clock at night. We realize we have no place to stay, and it's the height of their summer festival. Everyone's out in the street. Everyone's going to be partying all night. So we're just like, fuck it. I guess we'll just get wasted and sleep on the beach.
Yeah. I mean, sick.
Yeah. So we start getting fucked up. We like put our backpacks on. We're walking down whatever their like main drag is.
In Barcelona?
Yeah.
On the beach? No.
It's on the way to the beach. It's like that.
Yeah.
Like,
it's their
Las
big,
Ramblas?
Las Ramblas.
Probably.
Yeah, that's it.
We're walking down that. Some guy comes up to us and he's like, you need no. He goes, yo, you need a place to stay?
Oh no, he's trying to pimp you out.
Yeah, and we were like, yeah. He starts walking us off that street through all these little different like piazzas, like down these different little alleys, and we're like, this is fucking crazy. But my brother and I are like, well, there's two of us, there's one of him, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
We come to this like just bombed out, like kind of abandoned building. He walks us in there. There's a 2-person elevator and a spiral staircase, and and the elevator's in the middle of the staircase. And my brother's like, "You go in the elevator with him. I'll walk around the outside." And I was like, "All right."
And that guy's like, That's
All
what
right,
I would have
dude.
asked for. I also would like
was
the
the younger,
privacy.
hotter one. No. And we go up this. We go.
It's Buff Chris back then.
yeah. This is Lax Chris.
Yeah.
We get in there. He unlock. It's just a plywood door with a lock on it. He unlocks that, opens it. There's like a little kitchenette, and there's a bunch of like little rooms. He comes to one plywood door that has like a toddler's purse fucking lock on it. Unlocks it, opens the door. There's a girl asleep in the bed. And he goes, "Get up." The girl's like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, they're taking the room." She gets up, leaves.
What?
Yeah. And he's like, he goes,
She just let it happen. Go ahead. Sorry.
"Yeah." She just got up and left.
That's why women can't be president.
Dude, the guy goes, "It's 45 francs a night." And my brother's like, "I got this." Or euros or whatever fucking Barcelona was. And he goes, 20 euros. And he goes, 45. My brother was like, "Deal." But dude, then we woke up. We woke up the next morning. We opened the blinds and we're looking out over this like monastery. And it's like the most beautiful view of Barcelona ever. We were like right downtown. It was fucking amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. Then we just kicked it there for a while. It was fucking awesome.
That is the cool thing about Europe, is to be able to go anywhere else in Europe.
Yeah.
Like, real fucking easy. Train or plane, whatever.
There's also the nice part about being in Switzerland. It's like you're in the middle of everything.
Yeah.
You can get to anywhere.
God.
Yeah, it was
Did
a
you
good
go to
time.
Zurich ever?
I only took the train. I saw the train station. The train station looks fucking sweet.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything.
Was there anything you what?
What? There's anything
you wish you would have done now that you're looking back on it, now that you're an adult? I mean, everything.
Yeah, I mean, there was like, look, the reason, all the reasons I wasn't doing stand-up were the same reasons I didn't make any friends in Geneva. You know what I mean? There was just like, I kind of only knew like how to make friends like organically. You know what I mean? Like you're in the same class.
Dining hall.
Or like, yeah, dining hall. Like I didn't know how to
I don't know how to do that
just
now.
go to a bar and then become friends with people. I thought that would be annoying.
Who
You know
would
what I mean?
do that? I don't understand
I don't
how
know.
anyone has ever done that.
Yeah, I don't know
It's
how.
crazy to show up to a place and then like, I'll not just like, "Oh, cool sweatpants. Thanks, man. Nice to meet you." But like more than that, I'm like, that's nuts.
Yeah. But I think I would do that now. I think if I was like traveling by myself, I think I would like, or at least
Booze would
this.
help.
Yeah. Booze would definitely help. But I think that would be like, I don't know. I think I would at least make the effort. After doing stand-up and everything, I would at least know that like you can say hi to people.
Dude, I've been in
And
Australia
it's
before,
not
and
the end
I
of the
remember being in
world.
Melbourne a few times ago, and then it was like, all right, I'm going to go do my show, and then I'm going to go out to a bar. I'm going to like I find a couple cool bars, not like clubs, but like bars.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go out, and then you get there, you like get a little nervous, you look around, you order a beer, and then you're like, yep, nope, not going to happen. I don't know why I would expect to
Yeah.
be hanging with. I'm by myself.
Yeah, no, like in a club or something. But I would be smart enough to know now that it's like go to a bar during like a soccer game.
Go to a bar during a soccer game.
You know, and just go like, "Hey,
What about
you
the home
guys
team,
fans?"
huh?
Yeah.
They are rooting for the hometown team. All right. I want to smash the shit out of this.
I would, yeah.
Sorry, Santana.
I would think
don't
of
mean to
something.
disrespect your fucking, what do they call him? Axe?
Yeah, my axe.
Um,
Is that really his?
What? No.
It would change my opinion of him.
If this is Billy String's guitar?
Yeah. If he gave anyone a
He's
denim
supposed to come
guitar,
in here and do a collaboration with Danny Brown at some point.
that would be amazing.
Yeah. It's never, I don't know. I'd like it to happen.
I don't know. Would you do anything different? When you were where were you? You were over in Thailand. You were meeting
Yeah, I do
people.
tons of stuff different.
Yeah.
But in Switzerland, I mean, I went to Montreux. I've been to Zurich, but with my brother who lives there, so we did whatever. It's like, cool. No, we went up to the mountains and stuff.
Yeah.
It is pretty there. The scenery,
gorgeous.
It's like,
It's gorgeous. Yeah. There's so much to do. You can go like, yeah.
my brother's always like, come in the summer. stop coming in the winter. Come in the summer. It's so.
Wait, where does your brother live?
Zurich.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you go outside there, and he goes, it's all camping. It's all
Yeah.
just fun. He got a camper van and redid it, so it's like he brings his family out to like camps.
Yeah,
stuff.
dude, and even like
Jews love camps.
the old little villages and everything are fucking awesome.
Yeah, I don't know what yeah. There's times where I'm like, I should have gone out, and I didn't.
Yeah.
For certain places, like, why did I just waste a day?
That was like another thing that with stand-up I like started really early on, which was like traveling. Like I didn't just stay in Philly and do the open mics. I was like, I went to like Chicago and just did open mics in Chicago until I like knew people in Chicago. And then I could like go back there and do like the bar shows. And then Chicago was such a big feeder system for all the other cities. You know what I mean? People coming from Minneapolis, Denver, like even people from Austin.
And Milwaukee, they're all coming
yeah,
there.
and it was like with the heyday of Facebook. So then I would like, you know, you just like slowly build this network of people where you could go to a city and be plugged into something. And that's what was tough for me in Switzerland is like all the other guys that I worked with kind of had families and lives.
Yeah.
You know? And so it was like, they're not going to hang out with me on the weekend. I would go to like, I did that a couple times. I went to like adult dinner parties with like people, with coworkers, and it's just like,
It sucks.
Yeah.
You can't, there's nothing you can talk about with them. There's nothing you can't connect in any way.
I can't. And they were like, they
Maybe
were all
sports.
multilingual and shit. And it's just like, I'm just sitting there just like,
This is in Switzerland?
yeah.
Oh,
It's
right.
like, I can't eat. I don't even know how to eat.
You know, I always find the only people I can like really meet is artists of some kind, like filmmakers in like, I'm trying to think, in Greece, we all went out. It was like a filmmaker there and like a musician.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, you guys are at least cool. It takes a minute because I think they're all normcore by their look.
Yeah.
And then eventually it was like, oh, okay, you're kind of hip. You're actually cooler than I am.
Yeah.
And
And they'll try to like include you in a conversation. You know what I mean? I feel like the nice part about like musicians and people like that is they've been in enough weird rooms that they like know how to help somebody.
I was somebody was at the Comedy Store. I was there a couple weeks ago, and Bert knew him. This black dude, and he was like, "Oh, hey, how you been?" I was like, "Cool. Let's. I'm gonna get a drink when it comes." The guy's like, "Okay." We're waiting for a drink. I saw he had a cool shirt on. It was like, I was like, "What is it?" It was like pixelated. It was like Silence of the Lambs, so pixelated. I was like, "Oh, that's cool." He goes, "Yeah, I was on the road." So I'm like, "Oh, performer of some kind, comedian maybe." Because I was on the road, I needed an extra shirt to get me through. And I was like, "Bro, I've been there. Like, there's so many places where I'm like, hey, can I get a comedy club t-shirt?"
Yes.
I don't have enough t-shirts to last me through, and I don't want to do a laundry, you know, or a venue.
Yeah. Also, just what a thoughtful, good answer on his part. Because he could have just been like, "Yeah, I don't know."
Yeah. He's like, I got it on the road. I went through stuff. I was like, cool. Yeah, I've got so many free shirts. And then you're like, yeah, give me that hoodie. It's cold. I need a toque from the fucking Pittsburgh Improv.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, yeah. And I was like, oh, maybe he's just talking about buying stuff. I'm like, what? And I was like, after he left, I'm like, Bert, who was that? He goes, Talib Kweli. I'm like, oh. I was thinking he was like on my level. I'm like, free shirt to get you through. He's like, I'll just buy a real shirt, dork.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I like made the same mistake you made in that conversation.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Where do you want to go now that you're like doing better? Now that you got money? I mean, comedy could take you places, or you could just go on your own.
I don't know.
Like, what calls you? There's no right answer here. It could be a lot of places.
Yeah, I think I'd like to go through Asia. So I had a buddy who got really into surfing. That was like, and I think he used that to travel really well.
Excuse to go places.
Yes, you know.
Yeah.
He went to like Bali and
Bali. I was
Lombok
about to say.
Yeah, and like surf there and like, yeah, I feel like that's the tough part for me. It's like I guess I still don't know how to like do things besides drink. You know what I mean?
But you can go drink places. That's a good way to meet.
Yeah.
If you're into bars, which you are,
Yeah.
bar culture is like there's different ones in different places.
I don't know. I'd like to be I'd always made. I went to Honduras once when I was in high school, and it really made me sad that I didn't know how to play music, and I wasn't good at soccer.
What do you mean? I just seen you play guitar. You're a master.
Started learning guitar after that.
Oh, and you couldn't play soccer.
Yeah, it was like one of those things where I couldn't speak Spanish,
And they
but
don't
if I
give a
had
fuck
been
about
good at
lacrosse.
soccer, we would have connected on this thing that would have made somehow we would have been able to speak to one another.
Yeah. Oh,
You know?
Yeah.
I think there's like something that I wanted, that I always want in that when I'm traveling. That it's like, and we don't just have to be at a bar. It's like if you both had like a shared skill.
I met a guy on a bus ferry in Indonesia.
Yeah.
And it was just like we got off to go get something to eat. It was like whatever, rest up, and then that's when people were like, "What are you doing here, white guy?" You know, kind of that. And I was like, "They're like, do you watch soccer? Who's your team?" I was like, "Tottenham." And he goes, "Oh, Harry Kane, he's so good." I'm like, "Oh, he's the best." It's the only guy I knew on Tottenham. He's not even there. I'm barely a fan, but it's like
perfect.
Okay, connecting.
Yeah. Yeah, you need like.
Well, the World Cup was when I was in Guatemala. The World Cup was on, so everybody was like, "Come on, come watch."
Yeah.
Like, you know, every like electronic store would have it on, and just like you look, and like, "Come on in, it's fine."
Yeah.
Bring booze.
That would be. I mean, that's what made the world. When I was in Germany, the World Cup thing was like fun because it was like this big event that we're all doing, and I was like with being with someone else that's traveling is hugely helpful.
It's not as lonely.
Yeah, being the lonely guy at the bar.
You got to
trying
meet a
people.
group. So that's why hostels are really good. You get once you like, okay, the first day at a hostel is like, oh, tough, and then you're like, okay, I've made a couple because everyone's so open at a hostel.
Yeah, yeah.
People are like, where are you
Everyone's
guys going?
trying
Like, want to come?
Yeah.
You're like, okay.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, the one time that I stayed in the hostel by myself, I went on that big trip to that castle. It was like, this fucking ruled. Those guys wound up coming to Geneva for a night, and I hung out with them. That was fun.
That's fun too to see your travel buddies.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what it reminded me of when you're getting that morning baguette? What'd you get?
The
Croissant?
chocolate croissant.
Oh yeah.
It was fucking unbelievable.
But you can probably get one of those here and be good, but it doesn't have the same. It doesn't hit the same way, right?
Yeah.
Somebody told me this. Like we were walking in like McCarran Park or whatever, Prospect Park.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, it was like the wide, like, concrete area with a path. She's like, all right, close your eyes and walk for like 10 or 15 steps and imagine you're in Switzerland. And just like close your eyes and imagine Switzerland. It was like fall time. I was like, okay. And then like after 15 steps, like you open your eyes and you're like, whoa. You just see it like new.
Yeah.
As if somebody from out of town would come here. And it's like, then like, how do I recreate that every time? Like still be wondrous of.
I still get that with New York. I still get that like even with LA.
New York, dude. LA too?
Yeah, I feel like people always say nasty things about LA. Every time I go there, I'm like, I can't.
LA rules.
I get the same sort of like romantic, just I can't believe I'm here feeling.
See the Hollywood sign once in a while. And you're
yeah.
like, well, there it is.
And I feel like people have to feel this way about New York. I mean, I like grew up going to New York, so it's different. But it's like every time I'm like in LA and there's a sunset, I'm like, this is how it looks in the movies.
Yeah.
I'm in the movies.
New York
I
has
have that like corny of a.
New York has that if you're walking through like Tompkins Square Park or Washington Square Park and someone will be playing like a saxophone.
Yeah.
And it's nighttime and you're just like, what? I'm in a movie.
I know.
I'm in a fucking. Remember we went to Washington Square Park? We were walking through probably from the stand.
Yes.
And it was COVID and it was wild.
It was when COVID was breaking.
Yeah, and so everyone's partying,
Yes.
everyone's out. You still can't be inside officially too much, but outside was cooking.
Yes. And it was a really like, it's gay. It sounds like it's like a New York moment. Like this is a historic New York moment. Everyone being in this park and going nuts.
And we were just like, you and I were just like, this is amazing. We were some fucking fat loser. And he was like, I don't like this. Let's go to the Comedy Cellar. Like, shut up, fat loser. Fucking beat it.
He was getting annoyed at us for
was
being
getting
like,
so annoyed.
We were like, no, we got to walk to the middle of the dancing and see what's going on. Because they were around someone.
Yeah.
And we were like, no, we got to get in
Let's
there and
figure it
see
out.
who's doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, he goes, this sucks.
Yeah. He throws like your best
Gay.
qualities
You're
back
gay.
at you.
It's
Yeah.
gay. I'm like,
Oh,
why?
everything's so interesting. You fucking.
Like, yeah, it is. Can I love something? Remember that super queer we saw?
Yes. There's a couple of them.
It was like that young guy was like in the process of being turned out.
Yeah. It was like, first. It's like they were at NYU. It was
NYU.
First year. Yeah, and it was the first time they could be outside.
Yeah, and it was like an older guy was just like, you're my bitch now.
Yes.
And the younger guy was like, I'm loving this. It was like, this is punk life.
Yeah. It was like kind of almost, it was nice to see the young kid embrace it.
Yeah, he's wearing like barely shorts.
Yeah, I'm not going to be his bitch forever.
It's just a fun thing.
This is just
grow up, you guys.
Spring 2020.
It was spring 2020, dude. What a wild time that was. It was summer right then.
Yeah.
Summer 2020, which is the best summer of all time in New York.
Yes.
Walktails, remember that?
No.
To-go drinks.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Just everyone's sort of breaking the law.
Then the
Was
cops
a
are
nice-
like, we're not even
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah. That was a really, just wonderful
See men
experience.
in suits just like asleep, drunk on a park bench.
Dude, I got to be honest. It's like I feel like people have probably said this, but I miss the pandemic a little bit.
God, it ruled. It was so fun. All those fucking dorks dying.
Yeah.
Oh, that was my favorite part. All those fat losers dying off.
Yeah. Cull the herd a little bit.
Oh, I have asthma. Beat it. Yeah.
Good. We didn't want you at the
Talk
party
to God
anyway.
for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that should be like on this, like a census schedule.
We would call DeRosa would be like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know, nothing. He's like, come drink. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's 12:03. All right.
Oh, dude, you could get heavy. I remember I started playing video games. Like
Independent.
online with my friend. It was something that I like never did. I was like, fuck it. I'll buy a computer. I'll hang out on Discord and just talk to my buddies. It was great.
Yeah. Nothing to do. No one's getting ahead, so you're not falling behind.
Yes. There was none of that like social
I
pressure.
hate these fucking winners in comedy. They're like go-getters and doing stuff. Like, you're making us all feel bad. Just get drunk and don't get ahead.
That's why I'm saying it is like it's a healthy thing to do. It's a little bit of like the summer festival. You know what I mean? It's like close down your actual bar.
Yeah.
Set up a tent, make it on a grill there, have a little bar. It's like that kind of vibe where it's like we're all agreeing to have a snow day.
Yeah.
Remember snow days?
Snow days are great. You watch the TV.
Yeah.
Shouldn't you be studying? No, the test is going to get canceled. Let's just keep watching this TV.
Dude,
But
that
you
was
can
the
spend this
best.
time studying.
That was the best. And all the anger you'd feel at the fucking meteorologist.
It might
if
only
they
be
got
2
it
inches.
wrong.
Like,
Yeah.
no, it needs to be 7.
Yeah.
It needs to be
Just
7.
lie. Just lie. They'll cancel it ahead of time. If it doesn't happen, we'll live with it.
What would you tell anybody going to Switzerland to like do or not do? You spent 6 months there. You did so little. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
Did
know.
you fuck any more hookers?
No,
Just that one.
just that one.
And not even that one.
And it was kind of under duress.
Would you just like push it in?
No, not even. It was just like she was like blowing me for a while with a condom on and getting like just mad.
Just take a
And I
chance.
couldn't explain. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, I was trying to communicate. It's like, let's both act like we did it.
It can't be the first time she's got to do that. It can't be the first time.
You know, when we walk out and I have to see this guy, let's act like it was a
Just
good
give me a high five.
experience. Yes, yeah.
Just go, my pussy hurts.
Yes.
Pussy.
Dude. Yeah, that was bad. I don't know. If I was going there, I would say like fucking get out of town and go hiking. That was one thing that I did do. I went on a hike up on some mountain that was like on the border of France and Switzerland, and it was it was great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was
That
it just woodsy, right?
No, it was really like grassy. But you walk by. It's like it's all of these like really like Swiss kind of things.
Is that the Alps?
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. It was like there's cows with bells on them, just roaming the side of a mountain. It was
Did you ever
great.
see those like kind of like it's like this thing actually. It's like this like gopher or something like that. They're out there and they kind of like scream. I know it's America, but they kind of like and it's like
No.
far away. It sounds like a crazy bird. I went hiking in Austria in the Alps there, and they would have those sometimes on those grassy. You reminded me these grassy. It's like
And they would
not
just
woods.
sit up there and
They
scream.
just pop out of their holes and like make a noise. I don't know.
Yeah, go looking for those. I have no fucking idea.
It's the hills are alive with the sound of music kind of shit.
Yeah, they have like the big horn.
No, I mean the terrain when you're hiking.
Yes, yeah. It's absolutely gorgeous. As far as the city goes, it's like just go there in the summer. Find out when Fête de Genève is and go do that.
Yeah.
And you can walk just along the water. It's beautiful. Go to the Bandipat Key. Go swimming.
That's another way I would like cover up that I'm not doing anything. It was like I would just go roll a cigarette on a bench by the water and try to like eavesdrop on people, but
Yeah.
act like I'm doing something.
Yeah.
And then smoke and like, I guess I have to go, or they'll start looking at me like I'm weird.
Yes, dude. A cigarette. Yeah. Cigarettes, they're huge. They're huge social lubricants. Because if I did that, instead of smoking my dirt,
Yeah.
if I went down there, if I knew how to roll, I didn't know at the time. If I knew how to roll cigarettes, I could do that.
Yeah.
Someone eventually would come by and ask you for one.
Sure. Yeah. Then you're talking.
And then you're talking, and then you're
Because
in
if
the
it's a
mix.
rolly, then you gotta like you can't just get it and go. You have to sit there and roll it.
Yeah, yeah.
You have a paper and you
and
do
it's
this.
contemplative. You look competent in something.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can learn if you do it well. People will be asking you to do it again.
Do that. Yeah. It's so
Yeah.
you see these chicks in France who just do it like that as they're talking
Yeah,
and walking
yeah.
and just like
Yeah, just
Go.
one hand. Yeah,
yeah, it's sexy.
but yeah.
So nowhere's really calling you. Asia. You want to go to Asia?
I'd go to Asia. I'd want to see like.
Would you go somewhere with a chick?
Yeah,
You would.
yeah, that'd be nice.
Where would you take? Hong Kong rules.
Hong Kong.
By the
would
way,
be sick.
drinking culture in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
They have this street called Long Kwai Fong, maybe.
Okay.
It's really hilly, and if it rains and you try to cross the road, you're just slipping and sliding down for like half a mile. And there's a bunch of bars with outdoor seating.
Yeah.
But there's also 7-Elevens that just sell beer. Long Kwai Fong, yeah. And you could just get 7-Eleven beers and stand right next to the people in the outdoor places. And they were trying
Yeah.
to shut it down, but it's such a fucking rabid drinking scene.
I would be fascinated to see like.
Yeah,
like
that's a hill. You go right down there in the torrential rain.
I would be fascinated to see the infrastructure.
In Hong Kong?
Hong Kong, in Japan.
Hong Kong is like Asia with
Beijing.
British influence. So it's like runs
Yes.
well.
Yeah, that
It's
also.
a little less shitting on the streets.
That's also fascinating to me.
You know what I mean, Chad? Yeah, it's pretty modern. Anyway, all right, buddy.
There's also some river cities in China that are like fucking wild.
What do you mean river cities?
I saw like one that was almost like a city that snaked along a river. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Look
What
at
the
this
fuck
fucking
is that?
place.
Yanjin? Water towns? The fuck are those? Wow, like skyscrapers a lot. It should be uninhabited where those things are.
know.
Instead, there's skyscrapers.
I want to go to this place.
Where the fuck is
narrowest
this?
city in the world.
And you can take a bridge across. Where the fuck is Yanjin?
God, I hope it's real. I hope we're not.
Yanjin.
Yeah. All right. Good.
I mean, so like how far? It's the middle of it. Wow, that's the middle of fucking China. There's nothing around there. I have one thing marked. Sichuan scenic spot. Interesting. Okay, it's near Sichuan.
That would be sick.
Yanjin.
I feel like I'm more of a I want to see more of the American West.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's also some national parks in China that are pretty fucking.
I bet.
badass.
Look how there's cities on the right, and then in the middle and left, there's like no dots.
Yeah.
What's there?
Nobody.
Nobody. Or is it just bears and shit? It's just where people like training wrestling against bears.
I think so. I think it is. It's like, yeah, they have like the hawks that they hunt with. It's like a little Mongolian kind of.
Yeah, I bet that these long hike. There's this long hike I did in the Austria-Italy border. It's like 8 days. You can do like 30 days. It's kind of like Appalachian Trail or Pacific Coast Coast Trail. And then I did one in Myanmar. It was like 3 days. It's just to make your own trek. Sometimes through a city.
Did you ever take a train through the Alps?
Yeah, a little bit.
That
but
would
only
be,
like an afternoon.
That would be fucking dope.
Yeah, and just staring out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it would be so beautiful to see. And a long train ride. I really want to do a long
That's
ass
Europe.
train ride. Yeah.
Oh, you mean like a multi-day one?
Yeah. Yeah. Sleep it like an old school.
You leave
like,
your area, go to the dining cart, come
Yes,
back, get out at a
yes,
certain point. Like
yes.
we're here overnight.
Yes. Like a 1920s.
Yeah, that would be cool. What's the one in Russia?
Trans-Siberian?
Trans-Siberian Railroad. Yeah. I don't know where it goes, but whatever. Yeah, that'd be cool. But all the like, if you're in Germany and you're going into Austria, when I do like European gigs,
Yeah.
it's like if a train is only like 6-7 hours, I'm like, that's the way I'm going.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't want to go on a plane.
You're going to really, because you'll have to really like absorb it.
Yeah.
And you're on just like a steady
Yeah, you're going.
Moscow to Vladivostok.
And you can take your drugs with you too. Trains means you can take your drugs with you.
Yeah.
You don't have to throw them out. All right, O'Connor. Well,
All right, man.
yeah, this was fun.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's like so pretty. And you get out the window and you're like, it's so fucking pretty.
Yeah. I would like to see that too. There's a couple
Yeah,
like
look
northern.
at that. Look at that. That's so cool. And you know I'm going to be on the wrong side of that one. You're like, what? It's nothing. You're like, look out the other way, idiot.
Dude, you ever see the guy? I got deep into this over the pandemic. The guy Shy. He's a YouTube channel, Shy.
No.
He would just jump on trains from it's Sheiy, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's his name. Yeah, and he just travels.
He just jumps?
Yes.
Wow.
And he's like runs
Illegal
from
train
cops
ser-
and dude,
What?
it's unbelievable.
Oh, dude. We got to get this guy on the podcast.
Dude, they were like 3-hour long videos, and it's him like trying to find food and like keep his batteries charged and hiding from the cops.
Wow.
And he wouldn't really, he'd be like, I think that's the train I need to get on.
But he wouldn't really know?
Yeah.
Journey across Siberia.
Serbia.
Damn. He's just jumping trains.
Yeah, it's.
So he's just covering up his fucking gay face?
Yeah.
I mean, weird life, though, to be talking to a camera all the time instead of somebody.
Yeah.
All right. Let's wrap this up.
Cool.
Go watch season 2 of
Tires.
Tires right now. You have an
I
arc
think
this
it's
time?
coming out. Yeah, yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
When is it coming out? I'll save it for that.
I think it comes out in May. Nice. Ew. Wait.
All right.
That's what really this is for.
Yeah. Anyway, O'Connor, you gonna do a special anytime soon?
Yeah, I'd like to.
Yeah, we'll say do it.
We'll see. Yeah.
Have a goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. I need a goal.
Yeah. All right,
I need
buddy.
to get back into it. Dude, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thanks for
This
coming
was
in.
fun. I hope I made Switzerland kind of.
No, this is one of the saddest episodes I've
Eventful.
ever done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it was a sad trip.
yeah,
for
what
sure.
a waste, really.
Yeah.
I had one with it hasn't come out yet, but it was about a Laotian just got dengue fever in Laos and had to spend it all in the hospital. It's far more exciting than this.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're near
Danny
death.
Polishek, yeah.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is just, dude, I just sat.
Did you come out of your depression at the end of it?
No.
You went right back into it.
No, I got super fat. I was eating a lot of fondue too. So I left, I weighed like 210 pounds. It was bad. And then I went home.
What do you weigh now? Like 205?
Now like 165, 170. I'm putting on some lbs.
Yeah.
It's the beard.
Damn, that sucks. How'd you get over your depression? You
Uh,
graduated college and then just still got out as a fat fuck?
no, I
I don't know
like,
how you've turned your life around.
I got really, once I got back to the States,
Yeah, how was it coming back?
that was dark. I was just like at home. I was like, I think I was like working at the YWCA for a while, but then I just got in really good shape, and I started like I was like, I'm going to get back into playing lacrosse, and I'm going to be like, I'm going to like do this year the right way.
Yeah, your final year.
Yeah. And I did. It was great. But then after that, I got sad again.
You gotta see a therapist, bro. You've never fucking faced any of this stuff. When you get drunk at a party and you're wrong, you will not let that sit. You're like, keep looking up other ways to search for this where I'm right.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to figure out ways around it. I got to get into some,
Ways around therapy. Like, I heard if you like take a walk.
I got to ignore therapy for as long as possible. There's a way to do it.
Yeah. All right, O'Connor.
All right, man.
All right,
Thank
buddy.
you so much.
Yeah. Well, that was the episode, everybody. Thank you very much, Chris O'Connor, for coming in. Don't forget to check him out on the road in St. Louis in July, Cap City in Austin, also in July, and he'll be back in New York at the end of July at Love Caddies. Get tickets at achrisoconnor.com. Check him out on Tires and watch his special. And watch his podcast, Stuff Island, he does with Tommy Pope. I've been on there. Start with that episode and then move on. They do it in Austin now. It's actually a pretty fun podcast. And if you go, tell them, you heard about it from Ari. Please subscribe to this podcast wherever you're watching or listening. It was edited by Alan Caffey, produced by the Your Mom's House Network. Bunch of mostly pedophiles coming together to put aside their urges to have sex with children to produce great podcasts. Sorry, guys. I shouldn't have spilled the beans. But the fact that they're doing this means they're not fucking kids. So all moments where they go to put out these podcasts is not kid fucking time, which is like really helping society, to be honest. I don't think that's a tough stance. Fuck less kids. This is one of the saddest trips we've ever had on this show. This Swiss trip that he did was sad. It was not adventurous. It was just like sad. I do want to go and see these castles and stuff, but damn, I felt bad. I really feel bad for the guest. And we have one coming with Danny Polishuk, where he's in a Laotian fucking hospital the whole time. Didn't feel as bad for him as I feel for Chris O'Connor for this experience. Just sexless and really just sad. Guys, I will be in Anchorage, Alaska in June on the 18th and Charlestown, West Virginia on July 12th. Get tickets at shaffir.com. Get merch. Subscribe wherever you're listening. And visit Switzerland. It's great in the summertime. It really is. Rolling hills and just gorgeous. And like Zurich, like right in the backdrops. It's just like pretty fucking awesome. I don't think I have anything left to say. I think that was it. Next week, Jim Norton talking about Brazil. It's a lot of hooker talk. So please subscribe and click the little link and you can hear a ton of hooker talk. And we're bringing Patrice O'Neill back from the dead to talk about the hookers he's fucked. Thank you very much for tuning in. Until next week, everybody. I'll see you later. Ciao.